Hello guys, long time no see. Today I actually got another very interesting mini computer to show you. So here we are. This is BBC Microbit. So I got it pretty recently, and I think it's started to be available in Canada not too long ago, despite the fact that started to be developing in somewhere in 2015 by BBC. So this is BBC Educational Microcomputer, which is pretty interesting because BBC has a bit of a history of developing different developing different educational computers back at the time. So I guess this is their another take on a mini computer. So it's supposed to be available in schools. So I think somewhere in 2015, but it, for some reason, I don't know what was the actually story of developing of this Microbit mini computer, but it was delayed quite a while, and just not long time ago it started to be available in Canada, and I bought it locally from one of the hardware suppliers. So what is Microbit? According to Wikipedia, it is Nordic Semiconductor NRF 51822 running at 16 MHz ARM Cortex M0, and it has 256 kilobyte of flash and 16 kilobyte of RAM. So it's pretty light. So I'm not sure what's the power consumption, but it's pretty light. It runs essentially it's the same grade as Arduino, whatever we all get used to. So it has but the quite big differentiator. It has Bluetooth Bluetooth 4LE, and this is why it's so cool, because it's so teeny tiny, plus it has Bluetooth 4LE, it has quite few interesting connectors as well, in addition to regular micro USB. So let's take a look how it looks like. So I must admit, the packaging is pretty nice. I like how it's done. It's pretty small box. Nice color, nice design, definitely oriented for kids, as we see on these pictures in front of the box. Here's they have also a website, www.microbit.com, .org, and there is something, it says what we can see inside. Manufactured in PRC, well, obviously, like everything these days. It includes a board and the user manual. Okay, let's open it. Don't really like this kind of boxes. Alright. This is nice user manual, nice and colorful. All we need to know. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so this is all what we have in the package. Safety guide, element 14. Oh, I guess this is added by element 14. And maybe this is part of the shipping, standard shipping. Okay, so this looks like a little pamphlet here which describes what this little microcomputer can do. So it actually uses JavaScript, block editor, touch develop, and Python. Interesting. So it's quite a combination of things, but there is no C++ or C++ script which used in Arduino IDE. So I'm not sure if this is ever going to be Arduino compatible, but I heard something that you can, do something about it. Despite the fact it's running the similar microcontroller. I guess this is gonna be a little baggy with the Microbit itself. Very interesting. I don't know why they actually packaged the microbit in this cute bag, but it's reminds me coffee bags for some reason. Well, it totally looks like a coffee bag with the coffee you usually buy in stores. And there is some safety information here, a safety guide, blah blah blah. It's essentially powering your microbit. Okay, so some generic information to how to start working on it, I guess. How to power, battery warnings, safety instructions. Interesting. Well, I mean, we can read that all day long, but we're never gonna read them. We usually don't read manuals, at least not me. So let's take a look at the most interesting thing here is this. Well, let's open this little baggie, and it's not static protective bag, it's just a bag, just paper. I guess let's waste more paper. It looks like recycled paper, but still, anyways, why would you spend extra to do that? Ooh, look at this. Okay, let's move this away. So, we have this little cuteness over here with those two eyes or whatever it is. Looks like a little robot, to me at least. So it is microbit. What do we have on the back? Nice, we have LEDs. There's a little, okay, I'll take my screwdriver. 2 buttons, I guess, A, B, and array of LEDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5. So 25 LEDs. Sweet. I forgot to mention the most important and differentiating thing from any other microcomputers like that. It has compass and accelerometer, and this is freaking awesome. Well, in addition to a bunch of LEDs on the back and buttons. This is awesome because out of the box you have everything you need to build something pretty cool. So, well, you even have LEDs, hey. But I really like that. This is amazing. So I bet this is like a reset button, this is micro USB port, this is battery connector of some sort, JTAG of some kind. So this thing is 3 volt powered. So you have to consider in all your designs that the logic levels will be based on 3 volts here. So if you need to convert from 3 volt logic to 5 volts, you have to add extra hardware. So I guess they done it to save some energy, so power consumption going to be lower, or maybe this microcontroller is just 3 volt based and then nothing you can do about it. So I used to play with level converters, and they actually quite easy to use, and they can be multi-channel, and then can be unidirectional or bidirectional, so it's all possible. So let's look closer. What do we have here? So we have pretty nice PCB. I like it. It's black. It's shiny, so probably not gonna. It's actually look pretty good over here on the camera, but it's pretty shiny. But it's nice, and I like it a lot. So I'm gonna kind of angle it like this way. It's gonna look better. So on the front side we have mostly all logic is in the front side over here. So we have, I guess this is microcontroller over here, okay, and it has Bluetooth chip in it. This is has compass. Here it says accelerometer. Okay, here is, I believe this is gonna be USB controller. I have to verify that. Let me look closer. Probably. It's hard to say because I need to Google and search in internet what this part. There's a whole bunch of test pins around. That's pretty cool. So it comes out tested very well. Micro USB, probably reset button or power button, and battery connector. On the back side, we have 5 by 5 array of LEDs. I believe those are RGB LED. And maybe they're not RGB. Okay, we will check that. And 2 buttons, A and B. Like in some games like this. Pew, 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 pew. Well, too bad it doesn't have speaker. So you'll be making noises all by yourself. So, but another very interesting feature of this design, that they have edge connector here. Take a look at this. So edge connector, and here are some connectors even marked or engraved here. So ground 3 volts, 2, 1, and 0. 2, 1, and 0, I believe those are just digital pins. You can connect whatever you want there. And 3 volts and ground, that's your output power. So you can power your designs from Micro:bit. I think Micro:bit cannot power designs. I think there is, as for example, with the Arduino, there is quite a limit of power desync and output. So I believe it's going to be within like 200 milliamps or something, maybe even less. So have to think that I will provide this information in the video. There's a whole bunch of other pins over here, like this. So these will be connected to any other GPIOs and digital pins of the microcontroller. So I believe in one of those papers is going to be explanation or mapping of these pins, and as with any other microcontroller, you can change modes. And for example, these pins will be like digital, can be analog, can be like serial or SPI or I2C, whatever you want. I assume that, but 100% this is how it's going to be. So you can switch modes. So far I like the design. It's really nice and pretty small. I even would like to have it even smaller, but I think this edge connector, that's one of the factors which makes it bigger. Also, it would be nice to have not just edge connector, but also headers. So like it'll be amazing to have like a bunch of headers. What if I don't have edge connector, which actually specifically designed for these, not connector, but okay, well, connector. There's these things plugs in, so I would have to like either solder something or go somewhere and find this connector. But right out of the box, we just can use 1, 2, 3. Just wrap some wire around, or if you have some kind of crocodile clamp, just clamp, connect, and it's gonna work. But if you want to use something more advanced and you need more than 3 I/O or digital pins, you would have to come up with some clever ideas how to connect it to these particular, I'm talking about these small ones, edge connectors. So this is probably all I can say about Micro:bit, looking at it. So next step would be probably just power it and play with it. So powering and playing with it, I'm going to be doing in my second video. This is just short introductory video about this little tiny cute device. So thank you guys for watching, and please take a look at my second video, and see you next time.